Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be teaching you how to create rainbow rain, or any rain of any color for that matter, using processing JavaScript. So this is what we are hoping to create here. I've already created this example. We can see multiple colors of rain, multiple sizes on a black background, but I'm also going to show you how to change the color of the rain to whatever you want. So to begin, we start out creating the program like every single program ever. We want to do the void setup and we want to do the void draw. Now, we're going to make this 700 by 400 pixels in size, and I want a frame rate of 20 rather. Okay, so inside the drawer, we're going to create a background 0, 0, 0, so a nice black background. And once we've set up this, we're also going to need to create a class called drop. So class drop, and then in here we're going to build some of the elements for the individual raindrops, which we're then going to turn into an array. So let's create the raindrops first. We are going to want two different voids inside here. We're going to want void fall, and we're going to want void, let's call it show. So void fall is going to hold the information of the falling of the rain, and void show is going to be the display of each raindrop. So we're going to want to create x, y, and z values, and we're also going to want to create a speed value, and we're going to want to create color values. Red, green, and blue. Okay, so the fall is going to be fairly simple. We're going to want it to be y minus y plus y speed. Sorry, speed y. So simply put, it's going to be the y coordinate is going to lose the y coordinate plus speed. So this is going to create the dropping illusion. We're also going to want it to reset after it drops. So if y is greater than the height, we're going to want it to set back to normal, which we're going to work out now. So let's give it some coordinates. We're going to create random coordinates. Random. And for the x, we're going to want it random along the entire width of the program. Y, we're going to want random between, let's say, negative 500 and negative 50. Z, we're going to want random between 1 and 3. There we go, random. So that's our coordinates there. Speed we're going to set to also a random, or rather let's set speed to Z as well to link the size and the speed together. And red, to create rainbow rain, we're going to want it between 0 and 255, and we're going to do the same with the green and with the blue colors. So there we go, those are our variables. Now let's create this rain droplet. So we're going to want to start by giving it a stroke value, which is going to be our red, our green, and our blue random values. We're going to create it as a line, but before we do that, let's change the stroke weight to Z. So this will change the size of the stroke of the raindrop rather. We're going to create the line then, which is going to be at X, Y, and then X and Y plus 10. Yeah, so it'll be 10 pixels long, each of these raindrops. And that's pretty much it. That creates our raindrop. So we got our variables here, which will be random. Then we got the falling function. Oh, y equals, what were we doing here? Oh yeah, we wanted to go back to random between -50 and -500. Let's have a look. Everything seems correct from this. Yep. For some reason we're getting an error here. Oh, that should be an equal sign. My bad. Awesome. So we create our random variables, which place them randomly, a random color generator, and a random X, Y, and Z generator. And of course, the speed will equal Z, either 1, 2, or 3. Here we create the falling function, where we can see it dropping at the speed assigned to it randomly between 1 and 3. And once it goes beyond the height of the canvas, we're going to reset it back to a random value between -50 and -500. Here we can see we display the color with the stroke, and we give a stroke weight equal to Z between 1 and 3. The line then is placed at X, Y coordinates and given 10 pixels of length. So now let's operate these values inside our draw function here. So to do that, we're going to first want to create an array, because an array will display multiple different raindrops, because otherwise we'll be left with only a single raindrop. So we want to create this here, and let's set it to 1,000 drops. And I think that'll do it. So we're creating a new drop, and there's going to be 1,000 of them. Now let's create a for loop that will go through the entire array. So we're going to create, int I equals 0. Then we're going to want I to be less than drops dot length, and we're going to want I to continue going up in value. So here we're basically going to run through the entire array. Then we're going to want to create in here new drop, creating new drops. Let's copy paste this into the draw function and edit it slightly. We're going to want to run both of the voids and drops I dot fall, and there we go. That will run the array, which will display 1,000 different drops, which we have created here with the random color and random X and Y value. Let's have a look how it looks. Oh, my bad. It looks like I've messed something up here. New drop. There we go. And there we go. We've successfully created falling rain. We have a bit of a low frame rate. Let's up the frame rate to 30 to make it look smoother. There we go. That is a lot smoother. As you can see, we have nice raindrops falling, very colorful, all different widths and fall rates depending on their width, which creates the illusion of speed, gravity, and depth. Now, if say you wanted to make this blue rain, you would simply not set the random variables like they've been set here. Instead, we would want to set red to 0, green to 0, and give it a value between 50 and 255 for the blue. And that will give you different colored red raindrops. Of course, you could also then make only red rain and set this to 0. And now it'll look like lava falling. Let's have a look how that appears. There you go. That's also pretty cool. And of course, we can also mix two. Here we get a sort of yellow rain, mixing the red and the green. Or we could mix green. Oh, my bad. Green and blue and red rather. And we get this mixture of purples, pinks, and blues. And I mess that up there. So of course you can have a play around with this, as well as you can set these to definite values instead of random. You could set it to 50 blue, 50 green, and you get a consistent looking thing. Of course, you can also set this to 250 and then add a bit of green. So you can mess around with this and get consistent looking values, as well as changing them back to random and getting random colors. All very nice to look at. You can also up the random variable of X, which can get you much bigger raindrops, or you could put it down a bit, which will make it all a lot smaller, depending on how you want it to look. So that was a brief overview of how you can create rain, rainbow rain, and also normal rain colors. I hope you enjoyed this brief tutorial, and please subscribe and like this video so that you can also get alerts for the new videos I put up, and it also helps to support my channel. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you all next time.